When I saw the in memoriam, I was like, man, it could have been me, but I know my second chance I'm not going to turn down. I have so much love to give. You can't go through something like that and not testify.
You know, you only get so much. So, like, I'm not interested in doing anything that's just going to be, like, a waste of my time or just a paycheck.
And I asked her at one point, I said, Jen, you really trust me? And she said, you remind me of my father. You are calm.
Wow.
So for her to say that just reminded me that she comes from that same cloth that you speak of.
Yeah. Right.
Imagine prominent black stars at their zenith, losing it all. The cause? Romantic entanglements with white women. One star's scandalous affair instantly destroyed his family and career. Another suffered a stroke, subsequently renouncing relationships with white women forever. Believe it or not, this is factual. These are merely 2 instances from 25 astonishing love stories unveiling the heartbreaking secrets of famous black people. Prepare yourself. The following revelations are truly astounding. 25. Terry Crews, a celebrated actor's journey from role model to marital heartbreak stemming from pornography addiction. The powerfully built actor, famed for his comedic roles and bright smile, captivated Rebecca King Crews, a gifted white woman. Their 1990 wedding marked the start of a seemingly idyllic family life, blessed with 5 children. To outsiders, they were the ideal couple. Yet, beneath this flawless exterior lurked a devastating secret that even Terry couldn't have predicted. Terry dedicated his career to embodying the perfect husband and father, achieving great success in acting. However, personal struggles manifested as cracks in his family's foundation. His secret battle with pornography addiction, a compulsion beyond his control, began to erode his marriage. Initially oblivious, Rebecca noticed her once devoted husband growing distant, less involved, and increasingly consumed by a hidden world. The devastating truth emerged when Rebecca uncovered the extent of his addiction. She felt profoundly betrayed and wounded, but remained committed to preserving their family unit. Rebecca steadfastly supported Terry, accompanying him to therapy and enduring agonizingly emotional discussions. However, Terry's guilt and escalating helplessness transformed their love into a shared burden. Rebecca ultimately felt imprisoned by persistent disappointment and despair, leading to her departure with their children, leaving Terry in an empty home, grappling with profound loss. While his professional success continued unabated, the emotional toll of his fractured marriage left an irreparable wound. Terry Crews, a seemingly unbreakable figure, succumbed to his own inner demons.
And for some reason, African Americans, we were like oddly quiet. We were so quiet about it.
24. Dave Chappelle, a comedy icon who sacrificed his career for his family. A comedic genius, Dave Chappelle achieved remarkable success with his groundbreaking performances, from his own show to major venues. In 2001, he married Ella Mendoza, a Filipina, and they had 3 children. Despite his public triumph, their family life faced unseen difficulties. Their seemingly perfect marriage masked a profound sadness. While Elaine was a dedicated wife, completely supportive, Dave battled unseen pressures. His life was dominated by fame, intense public scrutiny, and the relentless pressures of show business. Over time, Dave felt increasingly isolated, unable to find solace, despite Elaine's constant support. Yet, Elaine couldn't grasp the depth of her husband's suffering. Dave struggled to communicate his professional stress. Although their love was genuine, they couldn't overcome their emotional distance. Matters intensified when Dave abruptly quit Chappelle's show in 2005, stunning the world. Speculation about his mental well-being, including depression, ran rampant. Elaine, deeply confused, struggled to understand his actions. Their lack of communication widened the rift, causing irreparable damage to their marriage. To protect their relationship, Dave withdrew from the spotlight, choosing a simpler life on a farm. His struggle wasn't solely professional. It was also the emotional disconnect in his marriage, where love couldn't conquer the incompatibility of their personalities.
God doesn't make mistakes. Every religion believes that. Everybody. God does not.
23. Chris Rock, a marriage destroyed by adultery. Chris Rock, a top comedian of his era, has encountered incredible triumphs and crushing defeats. He wed Malak Compton Rock in 1996, believing he'd found lasting happiness. 2 daughters and a successful career made life appear idyllic until the illusion crumbled. Despite his success, Chris was unfaithful. He confessed to serious errors, violating his vows to Malak, fueled by pornography addiction and internal conflicts. His secret relationships with Caucasian women during the marriage were pivotal in its demise. Malak, a dedicated spouse, couldn't tolerate the betrayal and initiated divorce proceedings in 2016. Chris's suffering didn't end with his wife. The repercussions of his actions extended beyond family breakdown into a severe emotional crisis. Post-divorce, despite career success, Chris battled intense guilt. Speculation about his relationships with white women intensified his sense of inescapable mistakes. He lost his family, the esteem of those close to him, and his self-worth. His stage triumphs couldn't mend the emotional scars of his infidelity and the devastation caused by those affairs. 22. Comedy icon. Eddie Murphy, a figure synonymous with laughter and Hollywood success, experienced a career peak marked by numerous blockbuster hits. However, his personal life took a dark turn, seemingly intertwined with his relationship with model Paige Butcher. Their romance, beginning in 2012, initially appeared idyllic, a union of comedic genius and stunning beauty, culminating in a 2018 engagement and a 2024 wedding after more than a decade together. Yet, underlying this idyllic image, conflict brewed. Paige, while breathtaking, became a source of persistent disagreements, from lifestyle demands to family time pressures. To appease her, Eddie, once a global powerhouse, started rejecting lucrative opportunities, causing his career to plummet. New projects failed, contracts were lost due to missed opportunities, and his once unstoppable career stalled to satisfy Paige's increasing demands. This led to significant emotional distress, preventing Eddie from returning to his former self. Their marriage, while initially promising happiness, ultimately became the downfall of Eddie Murphy's career, tragically ending the reign of a legendary comedian. A celebrated figure was undone by the weight of a love he once cherished deeply. 21. Sidney Poitier, the famed Bahamian-American actor, a Hollywood icon, enjoyed a stellar career. However, his private life held a heartbreaking family secret. In 1976, he wed Joanna Shimkus, a Canadian actress with Lithuanian roots. Their union initially appeared idyllic, a picture of marital bliss, but deep issues simmered unseen. Throughout their marriage, Sidney discovered their bond was far more complex than he initially perceived. His professional achievements as actor and director soared, yet his domestic life crumbled. Joanna, outwardly an exemplary spouse, privately battled loneliness and exhaustion. Cultural disparities and unmet needs caused a rift between them. Sidney's professional dedication left Joanna wanting for attention and affection. In her solitude, Joanna sought comfort in affairs outside the marriage. Despite his family values, Sidney missed his wife's subtle shifts in demeanor. Upon the revelation of her infidelity, Sidney endured a profound emotional breakdown. Although their troubles originated in relational neglect, the betrayal left enduring scars.
I associate competition with being fun. I knew I could win majors, and there's no major bigger than the Masters.
20. Golf icon Tiger Woods, shattered by a scandal involving infidelity. A monumental figure in golf, once representing athletic perfection, Woods lived through intense turmoil and heartache. His 2004 marriage to Swedish model Elin Nordegren appeared idyllic, a loving family, a stellar career, and immense wealth. Yet this pristine facade concealed a damaging secret that would unravel his life. Despite his legendary status, Woods yielded to extramarital temptations, pursuing relationships with several women. While these encounters were initially kept private, their secrecy was short-lived. In 2009, a woman went public with their affair, triggering widespread chaos. His world imploded. Multi-million-dollar sponsorship deals were terminated immediately, resulting in approximately $22 million in losses for Woods in 2010. His standing in the sports world was severely and permanently tarnished. Heartbroken by his infidelity, Elin Nordegren initiated divorce proceedings. In the end, Woods suffered the loss of his family, his lucrative endorsements, and his spotless public persona, and faced a long road to recovery. 19. Former NFL player Hank Baskett's life took a tragic turn. Hank Baskett, a gifted athlete known for his dedication, achieved significant success in football. However, his relationship with Kendra Wilkinson, a prominent model and reality television personality, proved tumultuous. Their 2009 wedding, at the height of their careers, projected an image of marital bliss. Yet, underlying this facade was a series of devastating events. In 2014, accusations of infidelity involving a transgender person emerged, causing widespread media attention. This scandal severely impacted his professional and personal life. Kendra, previously known for her composure, showed signs of emotional distress. The affair not only shattered their marriage, but also led Hank into a profound emotional breakdown. He endured intense public scrutiny and social isolation, losing his career, reputation, and his wife's trust. Kendra, despite attempts at reconciliation, could not overcome the betrayal. She initiated divorce proceedings in 2018, finalizing the separation in 2019.
Finally got an interview, went terrible because I got so emotional. They said, well, come back for a second time.
18. Celebrated actor Derek Luke, known for his roles in Antoine Fisher and Glory Road, faced devastating marital challenges. His public image as a successful and resilient Hollywood figure masked deep personal struggles within his marriage to Sofia Adela Hernandez, a Spanish-American singer and actress. Initially perceived as an idyllic artistic partnership, the quiet, committed Derek and the ambitious, charismatic Sofia, their union ultimately proved destructive. Sofia's relentless drive to prioritize her own career, often at the expense of Derek's significant opportunities, became a source of conflict. Numerous promising roles were sacrificed, yet Sofia's career failed to launch as anticipated, leaving Derek's sacrifices unacknowledged and his spirit crushed under her constant criticism. A critical turning point arrived during a bitter dispute where Sofia callously dismissed his career as insignificant compared to her own perceived sacrifices. This harsh rejection shattered Derek's confidence, leading to profound despair and a complete loss of passion for acting. he succumbed to overwhelming loneliness and frustration, ultimately realizing the destructive nature of a relationship that cost him his career and mental health. His love for Sophia became the source of his personal tragedy.
I am a person that says, you know, as soon as you look back in your history and you come up with something that you feel like you want to change, something else has to change.
17. LeBron James, the basketball icon's strained marriage. LeBron James, a transformative figure in basketball and a global icon, achieved immense success both on the court and in building a vast business empire. Following a lengthy marriage to Savannah Brinson, he married a fashion designer, creating outwardly a seemingly idyllic life. Yet, appearances can be deceptive. Behind this facade hid a deep-seated conflict. It started when his spouse, a stylish and accomplished woman, grew increasingly insistent on reshaping their marriage. She urged LeBron to scale back his career and business ventures to commit fully to family, imposing expectations that left him feeling stifled and controlled. The resulting friction in their relationship steadily amplified, and LeBron, despite his legendary status, found himself grappling with an overwhelming family pressure. The incessant disagreements and his spouse's inflexible demands constructed a predicament LeBron couldn't easily escape. Despite material wealth and success, his well-being and zest for life started to wane. He was no longer the vibrant, determined man he once was, instead becoming a mere shadow of his former self. His relationship, though outwardly harmonious, was a silent struggle where LeBron had to sacrifice his professional fulfillment for a personal existence teetering on the brink of collapse.
I'm not letting you out here until you tell me why you chose us. Why us? Why you bank with us? Why'd you choose us as your financial institution? I couldn't believe what the fuck I heard. I don't have time for this shit.
16. Celebrated Hollywood comedian Kevin Hart, known for his infidelity with a Caucasian woman, ascended from humble beginnings to starring roles in major motion pictures. His journey, however, includes a turbulent chapter marked by the disintegration of his marriage to Taye Hart following an extramarital relationship with a white woman. Kevin and Taye's union commenced in 2003, initially appearing unshakable. Yet, by 2009, as Kevin's professional success skyrocketed, he encountered a strikingly different woman. This captivating model actively pursued Kevin, leading to a rapidly intensifying liaison. Despite Taye's unwavering dedication to their family, Kevin became embroiled in clandestine meetings, captivated by the novelty of this relationship. This affair was publicly revealed in 2011, resulting in devastating consequences. Taye, steadfast in her support throughout Kevin's struggles, was ultimately unable to overcome this betrayal. The profound sense of betrayal proved intolerable, prompting her to initiate divorce proceedings, a crushing blow to Kevin. This relationship with a white woman severely impacted Kevin's career as well, resulting in substantial criticism and a damaged public image. His previously flourishing career suffered a noticeable decline. Having lost his spouse, Kevin also experienced a profound loss of self. The affair left enduring emotional and professional scars, continuing to affect him long after the initial scandal subsided.
I think why people say I appeared from nowhere is because the first thing I was involved in, commercially, was such a huge success.
15. A perfect union ending in heartbreaking sorrow. Seal, possessing a strong and emotive voice, has consistently been a prominent figure in the music industry. In 2005, he wed top model Heidi Klum, a woman of exceptional beauty and a renowned fashion icon. Their romance appeared idyllic, a blend of artistry and allure, further enriched by 4 children, including Heidi's child from a prior relationship whom Seal embraced as his own. Yet, concealed beneath this veneer of joy was an unforeseen disaster. Despite their picture-perfect image, Seal and Heidi parted ways in 2012, finalizing their divorce in 2014. The cause wasn't merely diminishing affection. A more profound tragedy emerged, originating from irreconcilable conflicts. Heidi's demanding profession and escalating fame introduced distance, causing Seal to feel neglected within their marriage. Every one of Heidi's tours and public appearances intensified Seal's isolation, leaving him emotionally depleted. Even with profound love for her, the absence of emotional rapport and understanding from Heidi fractured their relationship. In spite of shared affection and cherished memories, their connection became an oppressive weight. Even surrounded by their 4 children, Seal couldn't find the solace he desperately craved. In the end, he endured the intense suffering of dedicating his heart to a love that proved unsustainable.
I had to come back down to normal weight and then probably lose but maybe somewhere in the 25 to 30 pounds just to play the chicken man.
14. Hollywood icon Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, known for his immense success and devoted family image, has a poignant story behind his relationship with Lauren Hashian, the woman he's loved since 2007. Their romance blossomed after his divorce from Danny Garcia, initially offering Dwayne a much-needed sense of equilibrium. The couple welcomed 2 daughters and married in 2019. However, amidst this happiness, challenges emerged. Despite her deep affection, Lauren felt increasingly overlooked due to Dwayne's demanding career. Instead of open communication, she expressed her frustrations through subtle criticism, gradually straining their connection. In 2021, Dwayne's relentless workload and family tensions led to severe physical and mental exhaustion. Doctors' warnings forced him to reduce his commitments, leaving him feeling helpless and despondent as he battled to maintain balance. Their relationship deteriorated, leaving Dwayne, a man accustomed to conquering obstacles, overwhelmed by emotional distress. He faced not only physical burnout, but also a loss of his passion and personal freedom. This crisis extended beyond their personal struggles, forcing Dwayne to confront the true cost of his success. Lauren, once his inspiration, unknowingly contributed to his suffering. What appeared to be a perfect love story concealed profound, unspoken pain, leaving even the strongest man feeling adrift and lost. 13. Renowned musician Ben Harper, a true artistic prodigy, and his heartbreaking marital struggles with Laura Dern. Ben Harper, possessing a strikingly beautiful voice in American music, created a lasting legacy with his deeply affecting and introspective music. However, his personal life presented complexities beyond the public eye. In 2005, he wed actress Laura Dern, a prominent and highly skilled figure in Hollywood. Their romance initially appeared idyllic, and the arrival of their 2 children solidified the image of a picture-perfect family. But the reality behind the scenes differed sharply from public perception. Laura Dern's flourishing career led to increasing distance. She desired more from their partnership, while Ben's focus remained intensely on his music, his life's driving force. Fundamental differences in their natures began to unravel their marriage. Laura, independent and resolute, felt neglected as Ben prioritized composing and performing. Ben, a sensitive artist, was pained by his partner's inability to grasp and value his artistic devotion. Frequent disagreements and prolonged solitude transformed their home into an emotionally charged environment. Despite his attempts to reconcile family and work, Ben's exhaustion from their troubled marriage caused significant stress. Even his powerful performances failed to quiet his inner turmoil. Laura, despite her affection for Ben, recognized their contrasting personalities and life perspectives as irreconcilable. By 2013, after many failed attempts at reconciliation, the couple quietly separated. This split represented a profound loss for Ben Harper, signifying not only the end of a romantic relationship, but also a dimming of the intense passion that fueled his life. Their failed marriage left a lasting impact on this musical genius.
You know, you only get so much. So, like, I'm not interested in doing anything that's just going to be, like, a waste of my time or just a paycheck.
11. Donald Glover, a multifaceted artist known as Childish Gambino, enjoys a remarkable career in music, film, and production. His immense talent is undeniable. However, a personal struggle unforeseen by many casts a shadow. His relationship with Michelle White presents complexities. From the start of their partnership, Donald faced harsh judgment from some within the Black community and his fan base. They questioned his choice to love a white woman given his deep connection to Black culture. This relentless pressure created immense internal conflict, forcing him to navigate the demands of family and career. The true hardship emerged when Donald recognized Michelle's inability to fully comprehend his struggles. She lacked understanding of his exhaustion battling racial and cultural prejudice, and failed to support him during career challenges. Their frequent disagreements progressively drained Donald's energy, turning his home into a constant source of conflict. This weariness affected his mental well-being and stifled his creative output, diminishing his passion for projects previously dear to him. His commitment to family trapped him in a debilitating cycle. Donald Glover's suffering lies in the silent battle within, where love and ambition failed to coexist harmoniously. 10. The famed tennis player Serena Williams' marital difficulties with a Caucasian man. Serena Williams, a global symbol of strength and achievement in tennis, reached the highest levels of athletic success. However, her remarkable career is overshadowed by a deeply personal struggle: the considerable pain within her marriage to Alexis Ohanian, the co-founder of Reddit. Their relationship started ideally. Serena and Alexis connected in 2015, had a lavish wedding in 2017, and welcomed their cherished daughter, Olympia. Appearances were deceiving, however, as the reality of their marriage proved more challenging. As Serena focused on maintaining her tennis supremacy, the demands of marriage took their toll. Postpartum, she endured serious health issues. Prolonged operations and constant pain left her physically and emotionally depleted. Alexis, though a devoted spouse, couldn't fully meet her needs. Differing life perspectives expanded the emotional distance between them. The typically resilient Serena felt increasingly alone within her own family. These marital tensions significantly affected Serena's on-court performance. Once an invincible competitor, she became weighed down by personal suffering and marital stress. While Alexis thrived in his professional life, Serena was caught in a relentless, inescapable cycle. What began as an inspiring romance transformed into a burden that plunged this legendary athlete into a long-lasting crisis. Serena, once a powerful force, was overwhelmed by the emotional distress in her personal life. 9. Richard Pryor, a comedic giant's devastating downfall. Richard Pryor, a legendary figure in comedy and film, is remembered for his phenomenal performances, yet also notorious for his controversies and personal catastrophes. With 7 marriages and numerous stormy relationships, Pryor's legacy is a complex blend of genius and heartache. Of all his relationships, his turbulent marriage to Jennifer Lee, his white spouse, represents the deepest tragedy of his life. In 1981, Pryor wed Jennifer Lee at the height of his career. His incredibly successful movies and iconic stand-up routines had propelled him to legendary status. However, his private life presented a sharp contrast. Pryor battled drug dependency, crippling depression, and a fractured mind. Jennifer attempted to rescue him from this nightmare, but her efforts proved ineffective as Pryor plunged deeper into substance abuse and episodes of emotional cruelty. The tragedy peaked in 1980 when Pryor, in a drug-fueled rage, accidentally set himself ablaze, sustaining severe burns. While he survived, Pryor was irrevocably altered, burdened by both physical disfigurement and profound emotional wounds. Jennifer, despite remaining by his side, could only helplessly watch the man she loved descend into despair. Following their divorce, they reconciled in 2001, with Pryor a mere shadow of his former self, depleted physically and mentally. This reunion, however, offered no solace, merely extending their shared suffering. Pryor died in 2005, leaving behind a life of extraordinary achievement marred by profound bitterness. Jennifer Lee wasn't merely an observer. She was a pivotal figure in Richard Pryor's most agonizing tragedy.
And I asked her at one point, I said, Jen, you really trust me? And she said, you remind me of my father. You are calm.
Wow.
So for her to say that just reminded me that she comes from that same cloth that you speak of.
Right.
8. Omari Hardwick, a celebrated actor, a community outcast. Renowned for his acting skill and charisma, Omari Hardwick, a prominent black Hollywood actor, married Jennifer Pouch. They formed a family with 2 children. However, their seemingly idyllic life concealed significant internal conflict. Omari believed his love for Jennifer would overcome any challenges. He underestimated the intense backlash from within his own community. As a high-profile figure, he faced severe criticism for marrying outside his race, accused of betraying his heritage. The negativity affected both Jennifer and Omari, leaving him feeling alienated from both worlds. The constant judgment caused Omari to become isolated and distant. Their differing backgrounds and the difficulty of bridging 2 cultures fractured their relationship. Jennifer struggled to understand the depth of his pain. Torn between his identity and love, Omari lost his bearings. Their connection deteriorated daily. Communication became difficult, minor disagreements escalating into major conflicts. Ultimately, Omari realized their love couldn't overcome the societal pressures and divisions separating them. They separated, their story a blend of happiness and heartbreak. Omari, heartbroken and facing professional uncertainty, was left with the remnants of a romance destroyed by societal prejudice and irreconcilable differences. 7. Taye Diggs, the epitome of a devoted husband, found himself ensnared in a fractured relationship. Renowned for his remarkable performances in countless hit movies, Hollywood star Taye Diggs married Menzel, a Broadway luminary whose voice captivated audiences in 2003. Their son arrived in 2009, creating a picture-perfect family. However, beneath this facade of happiness lay a profound sadness that gradually eroded Taye's well-being. Menzel's demanding schedule, filled with high-stakes Broadway productions, unintentionally left Taye feeling profoundly alone. Despite his steadfast love and commitment to his family, he often felt isolated in his own house. Mensel's ever-ascending career kept her away, creating a chilling emptiness in Taye's life. The lengthy evenings spent in quiet solitude transformed their once vibrant romance into a silent weight. In 2013, they parted ways, culminating in a quiet dissolution of their marriage the following year. This separation thrust Taye into an emotional abyss. He lost his drive in both his professional and personal life. Accomplishments that once brought him immense joy now paled in comparison to the agony of a broken family. While Mensel continued to ascend to greater heights, Taye battled feelings of inadequacy. Day after day, he wrestled with the notion that love and success were mutually exclusive. A star who once blazed brilliantly, Taye was left with a void and the heartbreak of unrequited love.
It's a good release, you know what I'm saying? It's like my release. I've been DJing since I was probably 8 for my parents whenever they got too drunk at their own parties.
Yeah.
6. Idris Elba, a celebrated actor known for roles in Thor and Luther, experienced a devastating romantic setback. Elba's public image, one of success and charisma, masked personal struggles, particularly in his romantic life. His relationship with Polish actress Nyana Gar, which began in 2013 and produced a son in 2014, ultimately ended in heartbreak. Initially, their romance appeared idyllic, filled with promise and affection. However, their relationship deteriorated rapidly over a few years. Nyana, though outwardly captivating, became a source of conflict, frequently criticizing Elba's career commitments and neglecting their family. Her public disapproval of his professional pursuits intensified their problems. This criticism significantly impacted Elba's well-being, affecting both his mental state and professional life. He experienced isolation, strained relationships with colleagues, and a diminished passion for his work. The relationship ended quietly in 2016, leaving lasting emotional wounds. While Nyana was not his only difficulty, this failed romance profoundly impacted him. Elba's journey serves as a cautionary tale. Love's capacity to inflict deep pain, even on seemingly invincible individuals. 5. Robert Downey Jr., the ultimate heartbreak of losing a supportive partner. Robert Downey Jr., a celebrated actor and cultural figure, wasn't just known for his award-winning roles, but also for his tumultuous relationships. In 1992, he married Deborah Falconer, a steady presence in his life, forming a supportive union. They had one child together and navigated through challenging times. But behind the success was a deep personal struggle. Since their relationship began in 1987, Robert consistently relied on Deborah, calling her his anchor. However, their seemingly stable relationship faced significant internal pressures. When Robert's substance abuse spiraled out of control in the late 1990s, everything went awry. Erratic behavior and reckless actions like multiple arrests and rehab stints made Robert a target of media scrutiny. Though Deborah tried to protect Robert from the public eye, she became a victim of circumstance. Critics accused her of failing to control Robert's actions, suggesting she wasn't strong enough to help him. As Robert battled addiction and isolation, Deborah quietly filed for divorce in 2004, ending their 12-year marriage. After the divorce, Robert faced a complete professional and personal downfall. His life was consumed by despair, addiction, and hopelessness. Many blamed his relationship with Deborah for exacerbating his struggles. Once a promising actor, he now fought to reclaim his career and sobriety. Their shared journey ended not only in separation but also left Robert profoundly affected, transforming him from a star to a vulnerable man amid a personal crisis.
Like, if you're a grown person, you know, young and dumb and stupid, you get in a fight every now and then. But once you're a grown person, you shouldn't be fighting. Anybody fighting once you pass 30 is just a loser.
4. Charles Barkley, 3 decades of racial hardship. The renowned NBA icon Charles Barkley, famed for his court prowess and resilience, achieved basketball greatness. However, his personal life, specifically his relationship with his white wife, Maureen Blumhart, was fraught with difficulty. In 1989, their marriage faced intense public scrutiny due to their interracial union. Their love story, though deep, encountered relentless adversity. This initiated a prolonged period of struggle. Post-retirement, Charles's television career was hampered by a severe mental health crisis. Despite Maureen's steadfast support, Charles felt isolated and found no comfort in their marriage. Past emotional and physical trauma contributed to a profound sense of loneliness, a void even their strong love couldn't fill. Intimate conversations with Maureen only exposed the widening rift between them. Charles confessed to feeling estranged within his own marriage. Their love remained, yet the lack of shared understanding proved insurmountable. Maureen's inability to fully comprehend Charles's burdens left him to confront his challenges alone.
We're very fortunate, you know, to be on a show that, you know, everyone likes each other, everyone gets along. 20 years is a long time, and, you know, it's a...
3. The renowned hip-hop artist Ice-T experienced a profound betrayal of love. Ice-T, a hip-hop icon whose impactful rapping and undeniable talent created a substantial personal empire, found his life seemingly transformed in 2002 upon meeting Nicole Coco Austin. Coco, a successful model and actress, swiftly became his wife, and they welcomed a daughter in 2015. Their relationship, despite a significant age difference, consistently captivated the public and media. Yet, an unforeseen tragedy emerged from his beloved wife. In 2013, a major scandal arose when compromising photos of Coco with another rapper surfaced. These rumors spread rapidly, attracting intense media attention and shattering their carefully constructed public image. This betrayal deeply affected Ice-T. A man who always prioritized family was devastated by the disloyalty and resulting public scrutiny. Ice-T's life became challenging as he struggled with immense disappointment. Each public appearance felt like a trial, facing judgmental gazes and relentless questions about his wife's fidelity. He questioned the future of their relationship and the strength of their love. Unexpectedly, Coco showed resilience, offering a public apology and attempting to repair their marriage. Despite his pain, Ice-T ultimately chose to forgive and reconcile. However, the question remained, could their relationship truly heal from the lasting damage?
A nice period piece would be great. A biography, a horror flick, that would be fun.
Ooh.
And a musical theater piece, which is my roots. I actually started in musical theaters.
2. Wesley Snipes, A Hollywood Star's Fall. Wesley Snipes, a prominent 1990s action star, was highly sought after in Hollywood. His iconic roles made him a symbol of power and skill. However, his relationship with Jennifer Lopez, another major star, unexpectedly led to his decline. In the early 90s, their high-profile romance was a constant topic of conversation. But beneath the surface, their relationship was troubled. Jennifer's ambition and rising stardom caused friction. She refused a supporting role, and her success made Wesley feel insignificant. Public appearances exacerbated his feelings of being left out. All attention focused on Jennifer, isolating Wesley despite their fame. Their conflicts and Jennifer's lack of compassion damaged their relationship, affecting Wesley's career. Following their split, Wesley felt lost. The emotional emptiness and absence of support hindered his career. He missed crucial roles, leading to a significant downturn. While Jennifer flourished, Wesley faced setbacks and isolation. Jordan Peele, a heartbreaking romance that shattered the horror master. Jordan Peele, a Hollywood visionary known for chilling movies such as Get Out and Us, achieved phenomenal success. His professional triumphs seemingly mirrored his personal life when he married comedian Chelsea Peretti in 2016. A year later, their first son arrived, creating a picture of family bliss. Yet, beneath the surface, a quiet tragedy unfolded, silently dismantling their happiness. Chelsea, once Jordan's muse and life partner, found herself increasingly stifled by shifting family dynamics. As Jordan's career exploded, demanding more of his time, he became distant, neglecting his family. Chelsea, despite supporting his ambition, felt overlooked and unimportant. Initially minor, her grievances intensified. She felt overshadowed by Jordan, a man consumed by his work and creative pursuits. Jordan struggled to balance his soaring career with his family's needs, feeling inadequate as both husband and father. The resulting stress led to sleepless nights, grappling with whether he'd made the right choices or was destroying everything precious to him. Escalating conflicts took their toll, leaving Jordan, once admired for his brilliance, consumed by self-doubt. Lack of emotional support from Chelsea, relentless work pressure, and isolation pushed him to the brink. Their marriage didn't collapse instantly, but the fractures proved irreversible. This wasn't just a family crisis, it was Jordan's mental breakdown. A man who once controlled his world was now overwhelmed by his personal life. Love, once a refuge, became part of the enduring pain Jordan carries. The downward trajectories of 25 African American celebrities who achieved immense success, only to experience devastating losses due to tumultuous relationships with Caucasian women, are explored here. Love can have unexpected and tragic consequences. What are your opinions on these narratives? Please comment below and remember to subscribe for more surprising stories in future videos. Hollywood is brimming with even more incredible untold accounts.